Ask any 10 people to name a punk rocker not named Ramon, and you may well get 10 responses of Sid Vicious. Born John Simon Ritchie on May 10, 1957 in London, England, Vicious became an iconic figure in the punk rock scene in the late 1970s. He continues to be an icon of punk 45 years after his death when he was just 21 years old. Stick around to the end for 10 facts you may not know about Sid Vicious. Vicious grew up in a troubled environment, marked by familial instability and economic hardships. His parents separated when he was young, and he spent much of his childhood shuttling between various relatives. Despite these challenges, Sid showed an early interest in music and rebellion. By his mid-teens, he had already embraced the punk ethos that was sweeping through the London music scene. In 1976, Sid Vicious joined the Sex Pistols, one of the most influential punk bands of all time. Known for their raw energy, provocative lyrics, and anti-establishment attitude, the Sex Pistols quickly gained notoriety. Sid, with his distinctive spiked hair, torn clothes, and aggressive stage presence, embodied the rebellious spirit of punk. His bass playing, though rudimentary at best, added to the band's chaotic and anarchic sound. Sid's tenure with the Sex Pistols was short-lived at just 10 months, but impactful. His association with the band coincided with their most turbulent period, marked by controversies, public outrage, and a string of explosive performances. The release of their debut album, Nevermind the Bollocks, Here's the Sex Pistols, in 1977, solidified their status as punk pioneers, and Sid Vicious became an emblem of the movement. However, Sid's personal life was marred by drug abuse and legal troubles. His relationship with American groupie Nancy Spungen added another layer of chaos to this already turbulent existence. The couple's tumultuous and destructive relationship became infamous in the punk scene, with incidents of violence, arrests, and public disturbances. Tragedy struck on October 12, 1978, when Nancy Spungen was found dead in the bathroom of the hotel room she shared with Sid in New York City. Vicious was arrested and charged with her murder, but he maintained his innocence. The circumstances surrounding Nancy's death remain a subject of speculation and debate to this day. While out on bail, Sid Vicious struggled with the weight of the accusations and the loss of Nancy. His mental and emotional state deteriorated, exacerbated by his ongoing battle with drug addiction. On February 2, 1979, just months after Nancy's death, Sid Vicious was found dead from a heroin overdose in his New York City apartment. His death marked the end of an era for punk rock and left a void in the hearts of fans who had witnessed the rise and fall of an icon. Sid Vicious's life and legacy continue to be the subject of fascination and controversy. His impact on punk music, as well as the broader cultural landscape, cannot be overstated. Despite his brief and tumultuous journey, Sid Vicious remains an enduring symbol of rebellion and the chaotic spirit of punk rock. Here's 10 things you may not have known about Sid Vicious. Number 1. Sid met John Lydon, aka Johnny Rotten, in 1973. The pair used to busk together, with Lydon playing violin and Vicious playing tambourine or guitar. People reportedly gave them money to stop playing. Number 2. Vicious got his nickname from a hamster that belonged to Lydon. The hamster, named after Syd Barrett of Pink Floyd fame, bit Sid. And Sid reportedly said, "Sid is really vicious," and the nickname was born. 3. Before joining the Sex Pistols, Vicious was previously the drummer for punk rock bands Sushi and the Banshees and the Flowers of Romance. 4. It's possible that Vicious's own mother, Anne, was responsible for the heroin overdose that led to his death. Years after his passing, she herself claimed to have purposely administered the fatal dose of heroin to her son. It's unknown if the assertion is true, however. 5. Vicious frequently wore a Nazi swastika t-shirt to perform in. Mick Jones of The Clash, who is Jewish, and his fellow Clash bandmates vowed they would never appear on stage with the Sex Pistols. 6. He invented the pogo dance. Vicious went to a Sex Pistols gig before he joined the band and wanted to get a better look at them, so he would jump up and down in a frenzy, and soon it caught on and more people did it. 7. Vicious lived up to his nickname. He once beat a journalist, who happened to be a former member of the Sex Pistols, with a bike chain. 8. Vicious suffered from hepatitis. It's highly likely he got it from intravenous drug use. It's also possible that he got it from his girlfriend Nancy Spungen, who was a sex worker. 9. He is reported to have once used toilet water to infuse speed with fellow punk rocker D. Ramone. Shocking Ramone. Not such an easy feat. 10. In 1978, Vicious covered the Frank Sinatra song My Way. Paul Anka, who wrote the song specifically for Sinatra, said he loved Sid's take. Thanks for sticking around to the end. If you liked the video, as we hope you did, please give it a like and subscribe to Life Story for more celebrity biographies.